In the third and final game of the day for the Ironheads, they were taking on the host St. Catharines Spartans. It took Brandon Neto just 30 seconds to open up the scoring with this absolute rifle. The Spartans came back with their own chance, but couldn't quite hit the net. St. Catharines then kept their own pressure on, but Steele was there to get a piece of this one, and the Ironheads stayed up one. Halfway through the first, the Spartans finally solved Steele with some nice passing that led to a shot right from the slot that handcuffed Steele. Then shortly after, the Spartans got the better of Steele once again, sneaking this one through and putting the home team up one. Finally, the Ironheads respond. Luca Donato wires this one from the point, tying the game up at 2-2. Then later in the first, Steve Berger dances around the defender, but can't quite beat the tendy. Back to Chris Steele, making yet another save and keeping the Ironheads in it. In the second, even with Steele out of the game, the Spartans couldn't fare much better against Elijah Casillas. The Ironheads put the Spartans on their heels for a bit, but they couldn't find the back of the net either. Goaltending was huge. Midway through the second, it gets a little bit physical here. The Ironheads don't like it that much. Good job for sticking up for the boys. Shortly after, the Ironheads had two marvelous chances, one up close, but still didn't have any results to show for it. Once again, the Ironheads goaltending came up big and keeping it close with this beautiful post-to-post save. Then on the breakaway, what do you think's going to happen? Elijah outweights the shooter and closes the door. Then, for good measure, he figures, why not save another breakaway? Game is tied up at 2s going into the third. The Ironheads allowed the Spartans to practically walk in front all alone and beat Tyler Newman to put the home team up 3-2. 4 minutes later, though, the Ironheads respond on a power play. Mike Berger fires it past the tendy, tying the game up once again. Newman gets tested here on a breakaway, but stands strong, keeping the game at 3. But with a man left wide open in front of Newman, he has no chance here, and Spartans retake the lead with 4 minutes left. However, on the power play, yet again, Brandon Hunt steps into this one, and it finds the back of the net. That's the way the game would end. The Ironheads finish off the day going 0-2-1. However, the Ironheads aren't too worried. They still have some positives to take away from the preseason tune-up.
It's good to go out with 3 games today, so everyone's working. It shows who's got the stamina and who's needs to run a little bit more and get back in shape before the season actually starts. But for the most part, everybody ran pretty good out there, and it's good experience.
A lot of heart, a lot of tenacity. Our goalies played well. All our goalies played well. We saw some surprises, and then we saw some kids that aren't quite ready for this level yet.
I saw a lot of hustle out there. They're really working hard, going for ground balls and everything. Thank you. Yeah, me and Berger talked to me, and Steven Berger talked about it on the bench before we went out, and he said he was just going to drag his man and just told me to shoot it. So I just looked at the net and hoped for the best and hoped they hit the net, and it ended up squeaking past the keeper there.